Have you ever thought, I'll go vegetarian, the weight would just fall off, and I'll finally feel lighter and healthier? A lot of people do. And then reality hits. The scale doesn't budge, or worse, it creeps up. They're doing everything they feel is right, yet they experience energy lows. Their clothes start to feel tighter, and frustration starts to set in. That's because vegetarian eating isn't automatically a ticket to weight loss. People don't understand that. In fact, there are mistakes that not only stall progress, but can actually backfire, leaving you more tired, more hungry, and more discouraged because you gained weight. Let's clear up these myths. Vegetarian doesn't equal low calorie. What determines weight loss is energy imbalance, nutrient density, and how your body responds to what you eat. When people assume giving up meat means automatic results, they often swap one problem for another. And that's when the backfire happens. One of the most common traps is leaning too heavily on refined carbs. This is the number one mistake that vegetarians make, especially new vegetarians. Think white bread, pasta, pizza crust, cheese pizza, or pastries without meat on the plate. It's easy to fill the gap with starch. The issue isn't just carbs are bad, it's that refined carbs digest fast, spike blood sugar, and leave you hungry again. That roller coaster leads to overeating later, and it's why a vegetarian diet built on bread and pasta can feel more like a cycle of cravings than progress. Mistake number two is it leaving out protein, just ignoring protein altogether. Protein is the anchor that keeps meals satisfying and metabolism steady. Without it, you burn calories but not effectively. You lose muscle mass, slow down your metabolism, and feel constant hunger. Many vegetarians underestimate how much protein they actually need, especially if they're active like myself. The result, they snack more, their workouts feel harder, and fat loss slows to a crawl. It's not that protein is missing in a vegetarian diet, but it has to be intentional. Beans, lentils, tofu, tempeh, Greek yogurt, eggs. Without those, you're setting yourself up for failure. Here's another sneaky one. This is mistake number three, overdosing on calorie dense health foods. Nuts, seeds, avocado, olive oil, all nutrient rich, all beneficial, but also very high in calories. A couple of teaspoons of nut butter can be like 200 calories before you even notice. Like peanut butter, I think a tablespoon can be like 190 calories. Pile that on, on top of your meals without balancing portions, and suddenly you're eating more than your body needs. The problem isn't the food itself, it's assuming that because it's healthy, it's unlimited. And that's a very bad mistake. Mistake number four is eating too many vegetarian packaged foods. That's the processed vegetarian aisle. We live over there. Meat substitutes, frozen veggie burgers, and plant-based snacks look convenient, but they often come loaded with sodium, additives, and hidden calories. They can be a great backup, but when they dominate your meals, you end up consuming foods that don't truly nourish you, leaving you hungry faster and less satisfied long term. Real whole foods almost always outperform processed substitutes, especially for weight control. Mistake number five, forgetting about micronutrients. Most people don't even think about this. These micronutrient gaps, low iron, low B12, or low zinc can leave you drained. And when you're tired, your appetite regulation gets thrown off. You reach for sugar or caffeine to push you through the day, which creates more imbalance. In that way, deficiencies don't just affect your health, they directly affect your weight loss journey. Covering those bases with smart food choices and, if necessary, supplements keeps your body running efficiently. Only take supplements with a doctor's approval. So, do you notice the theme here? These mistakes don't come from being vegetarian, they come from being unbalanced. Too many refined carbs, not enough protein, too many calorie dense add ons, relying on processed foods, or ignoring key nutrients. All of them shift your diet away from fat loss and toward frustration and failure. And yet, when you correct them, the same vegetarian diet becomes one of the most powerful tools for energy, health, and yes, sustainable weight loss. If you're struggling with your weight on a vegetarian diet, it's not the lifestyle that's the problem, it's the strategy. Refocus on protein, balance your carbs, watch portions of calorie dense foods, minimize processed substitutes, and stay on top of nutrients. When you do that, the backfire stops. and your vegetarian journey starts working for you, not against you. That's when the energy returns, the cravings calm, and the weight loss feels natural, not forced. If this video resonated with you or someone you know, hit like, subscribe, and share. I post new videos daily on Plant Feeds the Soul. I'll see you in the next video.